Hi, everyone. I'm Mike Minoski. I'll be one of the leaders of the Job Search Action Group program starting October 18th on Wednesday. That'll run from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific, along with 3 additional sessions, each on Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. Total of 8 hours of really good core work around job search and building job search as a skill. Now, this is based on a program that Steve and I developed at the Wharton Business School and taught to executive MBAs for over a decade. You can see here the roadmap we follow, which is how our book is laid out, and we'll be covering all of these topics in that 8-hour 4-class period. Let me give you an idea of the agenda. So week 1, we're going to focus on branding. How do you self-describe? But around that, we really need to understand, how do you go do outreach? How do you research? And how do you start targeting specific organizations, roles, and opportunities? We're going to cover all that week 1. Week 2, we're going to dive into LinkedIn. And it surprises some people that we touch on LinkedIn early, but there's a key reason why. LinkedIn is more important to your job search than your resume. We'll also begin to touch on networking, which I prefer to call relationship building, and that'll be a very busy week 2. Additionally, week 3, we're going to come back and finish up your LinkedIn. Then we'll start diving into your resume. One important element about your resume, it is not a historical document. Your resume is a marketing document about your impact for the role or roles you're considering. We'll cover that more in detail. The last week, we're going to talk about interviewing. We're going to actually bring in some guests to help you interview, along with touching on offer negotiation. This happens to be one of the liveliest classes we do. We're going to bring in leaders. We're also going to bring in current recruiters so that you really get a taste and a feel, and you'll be doing some mock interviews here. Let me talk about who we are. Between us, Steve and I have 30 years combined experience as recruiting leaders. We have over 20 plus years combined as career coaches. I'm certified. Steve is gaining his certification. We're co-authors of the Job Search Manifesto. This book was created as a result of the program we did at Wharton because we wanted to broaden the message and bring it out to more people. Steve is the developer of the Job Search Action Group, which, again, thousands of students through the Wharton Business School Executive MBA program went through over the course of over 10 years. A little bit more about me. I'm a certified coach with the International Coaching Federation. I have leadership experience in both tech and healthcare. I'm a startup founder, and I'm also writing several more books on career and work. And you're going to see some of that being touched on in the program. We're going to bring some additional content in. Who is Steve? Steve is a career director, both at St. Mary's College in California, and he was the former career director at the Wharton Business School's Executive MBA program, as we mentioned. Steve also was a recruiter, hands-on, did great work there. So he again brings that real-world experience in. And I got to mention this, Steve is an extremely good pickleball player. He's an instructor and a tournament level player. So with all this, why should you take our course? First of all, real world concepts based on working with thousands of people. This is not theory. This is in the trenches that we've seen from both sides. Steve and I are experts on the logistics of job search, and we want to make you really strong as well. We want to make job search a skill, something you can use the rest of your career. And that gives you more power, more choices, and frankly, more flexibility as you go forward. We also want to emphasize that you're not alone. We build a support team through this class. We're going to talk about some of the extras in a moment, but the idea is you don't go through job search alone. That's huge. What are the extras? We're going to give you a copy of our book, either ebook or paperback, your choice. We're going to open up a Slack channel so that everybody in the class has a chance to communicate and share during the class and after. We're also doing some work in using AI in job search. We're going to share that as part of this class. I think you'll be surprised at the depth of what you can do with AI to make some of this process go easier. And then we mentioned earlier, guest interviews. We're going to have guest interviewers coming in, recruiters, leaders that we know and trust that do great interviews. So you'll get a chance to mock interview with some very good real world people. We'd love you to sign up today. There's a discount if you're between jobs. You can email me at mike@mikecoach.com. You'll see that email throughout the Eventbrite platform. But let's get you great knowledge in a supportive community. And you know what? Last and foremost, we promise it'll be fun. Job search is a roller coaster, but we think with our program, we can make it better. Look forward to working with you. Thanks for watching.